Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. I am working on some nail swatches. It's been a while since I've done nail swatches for y'all. Now I'm all up in the frame. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. So glad y'all here. It's been a while since I've done a nail haul, and this isn't a huge nail haul. I got some things in from Temu. My last order from, no, not Temu, Shein. And I had said that I was going to stop buying from them basically because a lot of their items just obviously aren't that great quality. And to be honest, they're not. They're cheap. They're cheaper than a lot of things. But for me, their shipping takes a very long time. It's going to take 2 to 3 weeks because I'm not in the U.S. and there's a lot of duplicate items, even though they're sold by different sellers, and so it can be kind of challenging to suss out who are good sellers, what are good quality, decent quality items, or good quality items, and what's duplicates. On more than one occasion, I have bought duplicates. The name of the product might be different. The pictures are not always accurate, so they look a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. Only when I get them, and I'm like, oh, I already have this. So I've got some patting gels as well as some polish that I want to swatch for y'all real quick. And I promise not to make this a really long video. So let's get into this. The first one we're going to do, this is a 7-pack of polish called Meet Across. And I'll try to remember to link everything if they're still available. Um, if this is kind of a wonky um, video, it's because I am challenged in the editing sense, first and foremost. I am a newbie at this process. I'm still learning. And so it's kind of a struggle. And I don't have a monitor to hook my phone up to so I can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm kind of looking through my phone at the same time as I am actually doing the work. And it is kind of awkward. And I can't always tell if I'm in frame or if things look really good on screen. So please bear with me as I learn and I grow. Oh, okay. And this color do these colors even have names? Probably not. This is MA 640, and it is magnetic. And I don't have any stick swatches, so I am using the Gelip tips from Cocois, which I love. Cocois is one of my favorite brands to use. These are the almond short tips. I am teaching myself to do nails slowly but surely. And I typically don't work on shorter nails, and so that's why I will use them for swatches. Um, so that's what I'm doing right now. And, ooh, this is really pretty. And this is color MA 642. If y'all hear some little clicking on the side, that's because I am putting them in the lamp as I do this. Next color is going to be MA 643. And I believe this was like a fruit collection. like a fruity collection. These are supposed to be named after, I think the on the website they were named after fruit. I don't remember which is which. This might have been either kiwi or grapes. That's kind of what this reminds me of, actually. It's got kind of this weird pukey green with a pink shift almost. And very different, very unique. Next one is MA638. These actually are, I don't know what I was expecting. Um, but these are really pretty, very summery. This has a beautiful, strong shift, kind of green, pea green with a gold, slightly pink tint. Next is MA637. Guess I should make sure that I'm in frame. This seems to be very light, and will definitely need either a base color or um, maybe two coats. This actually almost looks identical to the one I just did. Hold on. Okay. They're not identical, but they are similar in terms of color and in shift. And this is the part that I don't like. That yes, it's nice to have lots of colors at affordable price. But how much is this is really unique? How is it actually worth what you're paying if you're getting things that are so similar or that are dupes of each other, that it almost ends up feeling like junk? I know that sounds kind of mean, but this is pretty. And this is MA641. That's really pretty. I hope y'all are able to see this. All I can see is glare. So I don't know if y'all can actually see this or not. And then finally in this set is MA639. This is really pretty. Really pretty. Again, this is also very light. It's purple, kind of a mauve tone with a pinky purpley blue shift. I know that sounded kind of crazy, but okay. That is it for this set. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that clearly without, you can see both the color and the shift without too much glare. Okay. And then we have a second set of polish. And I do have some Pat Pat gels that I got as well, but I have quite a few of them. So I think I'm going to make a separate video on Pat Pat gels because it's a lot. It's a lot. So these, they have numbers on them. This first one is 5. Um, I don't remember if these are magnetic gels or not. What I do know is that this color is really faint. Probably should have put a base color on this. Okay, so these are magnetic as well. Hopefully you can kind of pick up the shift a little bit. Not my smartest move. Oh, please. While I turn off my incense burner, now that my house smells like caramel popcorn almost. Okay. That, I don't know how okay. Back to what we were supposed to be focusing on, which is these nail polishes. I don't know how I feel about these polishes. They're very thin. They absolutely need a base color, which could be more fun, gives you options, but also means more time because you got to add more layers. And if you're not careful, that can add bulk. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be maybe a pink with a peachy gold shift. Somebody will like this. It most certainly is not me. That's probably one of the most boring colors I have seen in a very long time. And that is number 6. And the brand is Kali Linda. The bottle is kind of fun. So I'll give them that. Next is number 8. I had sense I would have did this in order, but that's too boring. Yeah, these are very sheer. Very sheer. This also looks very similar to the one I just did, only this is, instead of a pink base, this has a purple base with the peachy gold kind of shift. Again, not overly impressed. Next is number 4. This looks like one of the green ones from the last polish set. That pukey baby puke green looks very similar. A little bit more pigment in the color. You could get away with doing 2 coats of this instead of having a base coat. I don't like this set. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not enthused with this set at all. At all. So here are the last 2 colors. The pinky and the purple ones, you can kind of see there's the shift is pretty much gone for some reason. That's weird because it had a shift, y'all. I know y'all remember it had a shift. And it is very, that one's still there, but this shift is completely gone. Interesting. This is still there a little bit after drying. So I wonder if, let's see what the next color is. This is 7. I wonder if I put a base on this. I know this kind of isn't fair to compare colors, swatches, some with base, some without base, but I want to see something real quick. By the way, I am using black from Functional Vex, the Vextura Studio Paint in Carbon Black. I'm going to put a base color on this nail real quick because I want to actually see what these shifts are looking like with the base color. So I've got 4 colors left. I'm going to do 2 in black and 2 in white. So those are the 2 in black. And then I'm going to do 2 in white. This is also Functional Vex Vextura Studio Paint in chalk white. And this is actually one of my favorite brands. This actually reminds me of Whiteout. It is so starkly white. These brushes are just any old brushes that I picked up off of, pretty sure Shein. My good brushes that I bought in Japan are in storage. I know I should take care of all my stuff, regardless of how much it costs. So I should probably work on that. Little streaky. That's more of a function of the brush than it is of the polish. So don't hold it against the paint. Wow, that's in lamp. All right. Okay. Let's try this one and see what this looks like. Ooh, okay. So it looks in the bottle looks very, well, to me it looks very purpley but when you put it on the nail, it very much comes out blue and has a beautiful blue shift. Hopefully y'all are catching that shift. Let me hurry up and put it in the lamp. We're gonna see how this turns out, because that's weird that the shift on the first 4 just kind of faded. All right, number 3. This is kind of a pea green, seafoam green. I don't find this a very attractive color, not out the bottle and not on the nail. The shift is kind of pinky gold. It's not a strong shift though, not by any means. Okay, I lied. It is. It's got a decent shift. So let's see what this blue one looks like now that I've taken it out the lamp. Okay, so I'm hoping y'all can see this. The blue shift that's still there. It is still very much there, unlike the first four I did. And it's actually okay. For the cost, it's decent. For practice, the polishes are decent. For if I was going to do this on someone else's nails or on press-ons, this is not good enough quality. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm not going to charge somebody $50+ for meh quality, and that's exactly what this is. Next one, we're gonna do last two on white nails, and this we're gonna start with number 2. This is a green. Greenish gold. I can see the greenish gold shift already. So some things I've been thinking about with learning to do nails is one is getting away from cheaper quality products. Again, it looks great to have your shelves filled with lots of bottles, lots of options. You look like you really got something going on, but it's not good enough quality. And you start picking up bad habits to compensate for the mediocre quality that you're having to deal with. Yeah, this isn't cute. So this is green, very green with a gold shift. The shift is clear. You could see it. I just don't think it's cute. But here we are. And this is the second black one. This is probably my favorite one because it shifts from green to pink to gold. That actually is really cool. And then finally is number 1 as we work our way backwards. And I don't know what you would call this, what color this is, like a cloudy sky, blue gray. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, of getting away from truly cheap products. They're just not good quality. I would rather spend more money mid-range and have fewer bottles of polish. That also forces me to learn color theory, to learn how to mix. Okay, so this has kind of a white shift, or silver shift. Okay, this could be useful. This is a keeper. This could definitely be useful. And one other change that I am making, these are actually will probably be my last actual bottles of polish. Because these bottles are bulky, they're heavy. They take up a lot of room to store. They take up a lot of room to pack. They're very expensive to ship and to move around as I move. And so I am making the transition to smaller containers of polish, little, I don't know what these are called. So like, for instance, Cocois has these little bottles, not bottles, but little cubes of polish. You can see how small they are. I like these so much better in terms of storage. You see how I can store many of them in a much smaller space. They are lighter. And cocoa is top tier quality. I don't buy a lot of them because they are on the pricier side. So I typically wait until they have sales, and then I'll buy 10 to 20 at a time. Um, but it also forces me to learn better brush control, um, because you're using a brush. You have to learn how to control your polish a little bit better, be more stringent when you're going around the cuticle area. And um, so I think for developing my skills, I think that smaller containers will be better. Is it more pricey? Probably. But I don't mind that. I would rather have better quality. Everybody raves about, everything, all the hundreds of bottles they get off of Temu and Shein. And I've had several. I've had over 100 bottles at one point from those two brands, and overall, I'm not impressed with the quality, and it's not worth the money. Even if you're only spending $5 or $10 or $12 or even $20 for a pack of 6 to 12 nail polish bottles, if they're not good quality, if it's not something that you would use on a paying client or customer, it's a waste. What was the point? Okay, off my soapbox. So these are the eight. I hate that there's so much glare, and that you guys are probably not seeing the shift here. Eh. But here we are. Those are the swatches of my latest bottles of nail polishes that I got from Shein. I will try to link, if they're still available, I will try to link everything in the comment section. But this is what I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for watching, for being here. If you made it to the end of the video, please put a heart in the comments so that we can show love to ourselves and each other. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And I will see you guys next week with another video. There will be a part 2 of swatches with my pat gels, and there are a ton of them. So definitely come back for that. Thank you.